Coming back to Tenerife, I felt like a badass bitch solo traveler, boat hopping girl boss. No plan was my perfect plan. Suddenly, everything started lining up perfectly, starting with showing up unannounced in the middle of the night at the door of my favorite Slovenian couple and their loud-ass chickens. I wanted to climb El Teide, this time for real, and while I tried to figure out the logistics of climbing a 3,714-meter volcano with a full backpack, I got a text from my Canarian friend Sara. She has this hiker friend, Mario. He's been all around each and every island, and this weekend he thought it would be fun to climb the tallest mountain of Spain, in the middle of the night. And I tagged along. So I got the best possible guide. I left the backpack in his car, and up we went. Full moon, empty trail, countless stars. First few hours felt just like we were in a movie. But as we moved up the slope, El Teide showed his true character again. Sleep deprivation kicked in, and the altitude made my head spin. Walking was hard and stopping was cold. As we got closer to the peak, we started bumping into other hikers. El Teide is shaped like a boob, so everybody has a problem with the last part. By the time we reached the last bit, my energy level must have been close to zero, because my mind was already playing with the idea of giving up. But then, the sun came up. I ran up the last part, feeling the adrenaline rush into my head. All of a sudden, I was on top of the world. Me and other hikers, trembling in the wind but looking at each other with ecstatic smiles. It was the perfect gap in time. Red light crawling down the slope, clouds of gas escaping from in between the rocks. The ocean and the sky blended together seamlessly in the most perfect shade of blue. On my left, La Palma and La Gomera, the islands I left behind. On my right, Gran Canaria, shining bright in the morning light. And the most spectacular of them all, the shadow of the volcano himself, moving slowly across the ocean. And that was like half of the way, because we still had to come down. I love the marina in Santa Cruz because the bathroom lock is broken. In 1 hour, I took a shower, found 2 free books, did my laundry, and found a boat to Gran Canaria. Feeling content with life, I sat in the port with my beloved bread and hummus when, all of a sudden, que sorpresa! I saw another boat hitchhiker. And he had a guitar. His name was Lucas. He was 20 years old, came from Germany, and spent his time in the Canary Islands, sleeping under the stars and hiking. His backpack was huge, and he had the same exact hiking shoes as me. He bought a guitar a week before, and he didn't know how to play yet. Talking to Lucas felt unbelievably special, because I don't meet that many backpackers. Maybe it's because I camp and hike in weird places, and I'm always alone. For so long, I felt like a crazy person, traveling without a plan, carrying everything I own on my back, coming up with all kinds of stupid ideas, and never staying in one place for too long. But there he sat, if not equally crazy, then at least a worthy opponent. We were so into exchanging stories, we kind of forgot we were still in the port, until some guy offered us coffee. Actually, not just some guy, but Wouter, a Belgian sailor doing some repairs on the biggest, coolest boat in the marina. He also had some help. A super charismatic Moldavian girl, Aura, so motivated to become a sailor that she basically created an internship for herself. When I travel alone, I experience something extraordinary every single day. I get to sleep in the most beautiful places. I read, I paint, I hike. I am so in touch with my own thoughts and feelings. And I meet a lot of kind strangers, but I can still do whatever I want whenever I want. I feel absolutely and undeniably free. But in these rare moments when I meet somebody with a similar mindset and sensitivity, and in this weird, tangled universe, we just happen to cross paths at the exactly right time and place, I feel understood. And it's so much more special. So I didn't get on the boat that day. I didn't go to Gran Canaria. I didn't even leave the port. Instead, Lucas and I went to sleep under a bridge. And that was my first and only encounter with the Spanish police.
On our way.
They woke us up with a gentle "Eso no es buen sitio para dormir" and went away before we even started getting up. Inspired by each other, we both set off in opposite directions. Lucas wanted to climb El Teide and I followed his path to Anaga. Anaga is the most amazing place on the island, mainly because it's exclusively accessible by foot. No cars, no tourists, just hills of grass and fields of flowers. The mountains might not be the tallest, but they were definitely the greenest. And the best part is, there's water. If you go hiking in Tenerife, be prepared to carry a 3-day supply of water. Anaga, though, is full of little streams and waterfalls. I made it into an abandoned village called Casitas, and I decided to sleep right there on the ground. I cooked soup and I spent the evening singing into the sunset. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention! I got a ukulele! Don't think too much, don't turn around, just walk out of the door. A deep breath in, now that you're out, the sun rays feel so warm. Shoes seem to walk all by themselves, cold breeze blows in your back. How great it is to leave like this and never turn around. And never turn around, and never turn around. You lost your turn, you bent the dog, forgot to check the map. Stood for 2 hours in the rain, run out your daily luck. A motorbike is way too fast, you close your eyes and pray. But the pinkish skies in a new place shine a smile on your tired face. Feeling on crack with a sack on your back, you ran into the glow. How great it is to live like this, I don't wanna go home. I don't wanna go home. I wrote this song while backpacking through Spain in December. Ironically, I didn't feel all that great when I came up with the lyrics and was kind of missing home. But then, in Tenerife, I felt it with my full heart. Break into a pool at night to prove you're not all talk. Cold nervous dip, you jump the fence and run without a sock. I spent 3 days walking the green hills of Anaga. On the last night, I camped in the most beautiful place ever, Benijo Beach. I had to bend my tent quite a bit to put it on a little nook in the cliff, but damn, I had a premium camping spot, perfectly safe from the tide. Lucas and I met up in San Andres. It's a beach where backpackers hang out at night. They put up hammocks on the trees and the parking is full of converted vans. We had a little circle, some wine and some music. In the morning, I woke up to the most romantic view as a tractor drove back and forth, cleaning cigarette butts and beer caps from the white artificial sand imported especially from Sahara Desert for the tourists. Any other way, I swear she's destined for a street. Closest thing to is a fighter that you've ever seen. Later, running down to the red sky, taken away to the dark side. I wanna be your left-hand man. I love you, bring the sickness on me. I alone my throat, cause they're gonna stick around.
Or you should know I don't know for joints.
You don't know for joints?
If you want some of the joints. You know, like I can always buy one. Just back to help of the other people. I started when I was 14 to go for speed, ecstasy, everything. I took speed when I was 17, now 16, unintentionally because somebody offered me.
Yeah, I also think that's why I didn't have any experience with drugs, because I never got.
But then it's also like intentional. Like you can say, okay,
Yeah.
I'm smoking weed now, and then you're smoking weed, and you can always ask
And now
for
it's
it. Like,
more of a social addiction. I mean, I can go to a party and be sober and enjoy myself, but I kind of always imagine that, oh yeah, there's gonna be alcohol, there's gonna be... That's not...
yeah,
It's a given.
you like you should just never offer it.
I lost my soul time ago. The mountains hold me still, and yet I feel like I'm prepared until I sink and steal. The fertilize the mighty pool, faith in my soul. Across the ocean I shall sail, vengo in my chipi, now vengo my chipi, now vengo my chipi. I'm sorry, mom, I don't wanna go. I don't wanna go.
Lucas found some Norwegian sailor who could take him all the way to the Azores, so he ended up taking a ferry to Gran Canaria. I vowed to never again take a ferry in my life, so instead I stayed in the marina. For 2 weeks I helped Wouter with small tasks, gossiped about sailors with Aura, and made rounds and rounds on all the pontoons in the marina. At some point I knew every single person in that port, and still nobody was going where I wanted. It seemed like all of a sudden nobody wanted to go to Gran Canaria. Or maybe, just maybe, I wasn't ready. Maybe there was an opportunity waiting for me, and I just needed to be patient.
Ya son donde comiste.
Uf, ahí ya subieron muchos niveles. Angelito, yo no voy a clase. ¿Cómo quieres?
Yo les escribo.
Either way, there were still great days, like when Aura and I rode the windshield of a teenager-packed bus on the edge of a cliff. Or when I painted Wouter's fridge and accidentally got paint all over my hair. Or when I went clubbing alone and got thrown out for wearing flip-flops. Still, I started to develop a fear of overstaying. I was overthinking my life and making pro and cons lists a couple of times a day. Just then, I found a boat. In the moment, you can't always tell if you're moving forward. Sometimes it seems like you're stuck and lost in the middle of still water. But then, it turns out, the water isn't still at all. You've been moving forward all along, going with the flow, swimming down the river. Knowing I'll sail out of the port next morning, I could finally say, this has been the perfect month, and it deserved a perfect ending.
Lubiła tańczyć.